So I don't use the word hormones because that has a specific subset of brain chemicals. So we have a variety of brain chemicals, some combination in the brain and body that triggers physiological responses, but I call them happy chemicals. So the brain has like a simple GPS. Good feelings are chemicals that tell you this is good for me. I want to move forward toward it. And we have chemicals that create bad feeling that says, this is bad for me, I want to pull back from it. And so we're all just navigating the world with chemicals telling us, ooh, that's good for me, go for it. Ooh, that's bad for me, pull back. Now, the bottom line is that many people give you the impression that emotions are bad and somehow you should stick to your rational brain and manage your emotions. Well, it's good to manage your emotions, but if you think you're going to delete them, doesn't work because we humans have two brains. The human cortex, which is unique to humans, is not connected to the body. It connects to the middle brain, which connects to the body. And your middle brain controls the emotions. So you cannot get yourself in gear or run from a tiger unless you get your emotional brain on board. Now, this middle brain, this emotional brain, is the same in all mammals, pretty much, including us. Beneath that, there's what some people call a reptile brain. It's similar to the brain of all reptiles. So mammals inherited the reptile brain and added on, and then humans inherited the brain of other mammals, and we grew the cortex very much. But our cortex doesn't run the show. But because it's the only part of the brain that can talk in language, we think it runs the show because it's like the narrator. In addition, your higher brain, as we call the verbal cortex, it has the brakes. It can put on the brakes. So if your inner mammal wants to do something, you could say, no, this is bad, I'm not going to do it. But then, what am I going to do? I have to get my mammal brain on board to say, that's not good for me, so what else am I going to do? And that's how your animal brain works. You have this, or your human brain, you have this limited amount of energy and attention, and you're always making a decision. Do I see an opportunity? I'm going to invest my energy going toward it, or do I see a threat? I'm going to invest my energy pulling back. And what the ultimate decision comes from is a chemical, not the conscious thought. So the chemical is what tells you to move forward or back, but the conscious thought can influence the chemical so that you don't just repeat whatever triggered the chemicals in your childhood.